Welcome back, guys. This is my Mount Rushmore video. So this one is all about the Mount Rushmore of WWE NXT call-ups. Now I had to think long and hard about this one because some superstars, it's made a big thing that they're NXT call-up. Some of them just come to the main roster and there they are. So I'm going to count anybody that came from NXT to the main roster, not back down and then back up again. So from NXT to the main roster. So not someone like a Dolph Ziggler who went to NXT and then came back. That doesn't count. Has to be from NXT to the main roster. Now I also have to decide, do I include men, women, or just women? For today's video, I'm just going to do men's wrestlers. If you want to see women's NXT call-up Mount Rushmore, let me know in the comment section. So for today's one, there are so many, and you're obviously not going to agree because there are so many. So what did I take into account? I took into account how the crowd reacted to them. I took into account my personal opinion, of course, because this is my video. I took into account their success, and I took into account their overall impact on the business. So this one I debated long and hard if I'm going to put him on here. But I am, and that's Bray Wyatt. Simply because his character, whether you liked it or not, he's swamp cult leader character, he's Fiend, he's Uncle, Uncle Roger's character, everything. For better or worse, he had you glued to TV. I remember when the Firefly Funhouse skits just came out, everybody's like, what is this? And then we just literally couldn't stop watching it. Obviously also very successful, WWE champion, Universal champion, all of that, very successful in his own right. But I just think the impact he had needs to be examined and needs to be studied. And his creativeness was just second to none. Next, we've got Seth Rollins. Now, Seth Rollins, he is pretty much from day one on the main roster when the Shield debuted. He's always been in and around the main event. Whether he's been champion, whether he's been chasing, whether he's been babyface, whether he's been heel, he's always been in and around the main event. And this is going on, I believe the Shield debuted in 2012. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was 2012. This has been 13 years that he's in and around the main event. And for that, his longevity, also his character development, whether you like his development or not, that's up for discussion, but his development, he deserves to be mentioned in this conversation. Now this one, it might be somewhat recency bias, and a lot of you won't agree with this one. A lot of you probably would have some other people in this spot, but I just think anybody that breaks the Intercontinental Championship reign record by this amount needs to be considered. Also former World Heavyweight Champion. Of course, I'm speaking about Gunther. So Gunther, he's not been on the main roster as long as the other guys on here, but simply his impact he's had on the main roster, his dominance. Now, whether you like his current character or not is completely irrelevant. I'm speaking about the impact he's had up to this point. I mean, he's the record-breaking Intercontinental Champion. He brought that belt back to what The Miz tried to do, and The Miz was fairly successful. He made that belt incredibly relevant again. Every match of his was one of the show stealers. So I have to put him on here. And then if you speak about record breaking, how can you not? Now personally, I'm not a fan, but I have to put respect where respect is due. Lastly, it's Roman Reigns. I mean, apart from a couple of really old Reigns had just broke every single record you can possibly imagine, except for those old Reigns, but that was a different era, different time. Reigns made wrestling must watch again, and it's partly due to the bloodline, partly due to The Rock, partly due to Cody, but Reigns has been a massive part of this journey all along, and he made wrestling kind of cool again. Now whether you like him or not, again, that's up for debate. Personally, I'm not a fan, but I have to put respect on Roman Reigns. What do you guys think? Who would your fall be? And let me know if you want to see a women's one. Would probably be very difficult as well. Until next time, peace.